Hey friends, welcome back to the video. Last session I did miscalculate. We actually had a $10+ session, so I thought that was really good. Currently I think we're sitting at about 68 or something like that, plus we do have $10 C dollars. So that is pretty good. So we're sitting just under $80, which is good. So originally I think we were going to be at about 68. Then we creeped up to about 78. So that was pretty good. So we won I think $1 something or something with the flip out yesterday, but we only played the one session, like I said. So during the week, I think I'm just going to cut it down to one session, since if you cut all the second sessions away last week, extremely good. We would have extremely went well. Just during the week, and then on the weekends and maybe Friday, we could still, because we're not playing as much during the week, we should be a little bit more feeling good for the weekend. And also, we could be able to cram another 2 sessions in each day for Saturday, Sunday. And then on a Friday night, possibly have another session. And Friday night, I want to actually start doing some tournaments. So once we get to, the whole goal was, once we got to over $100 in the bankroll, I was going to do a tournament as well. It was just going to be a hyper tournament, so it's just only going to take 2 to 3 hours. So I was going to try and mix it in with our cash tables as well. So I probably was thinking about having 9 tables and having the tournament right in the middle, so then I can't get confused, and then we can just work on doing the cash as well as doing the tournament. Because tournaments, you got to be a little bit more at the start. You got to be a little bit more patient and just work out and through it. We just don't want to go in too light. We still probably got to try and concentrate as well, but at the start I like to actually try and play quite tight and then try to double up, and then as we get more chips we can loosen up and then start destroying some people, hopefully. And and once after a while it gets within a certain period, if you get small enough, you have to be aware that you're going to get into a shove and a fold and shove situation. And I feel like our shove game shouldn't be too bad. I'll be a bit rusty with it though, but I think once we get a bit further down, we should be okay. But yeah, I think we need to probably get a few tournaments out of our way, but we need to start putting it into our schedule. So maybe even what I'll do is like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, depending, just trying to squeeze in tournaments on the weekend. So I'll probably try and squeeze in at least 2 tournaments to begin with, but probably try on a Friday night first and see how we go. Just while we're under $100, I'm going to try and play tournaments at between $1 and $3 at this stage. And depending how good a week we have, maybe we can try and go a little bit. And alright, we're going to start playing. The timer has run out on some of the tables, so better get into it. I'm also not going to be playing any music, so this will do a couple things. It'll help me focus. Another thing too is I'm quite one of those people where if everything's quiet, I feel like I've got to be loud. So this will actually encourage me to talk more on the video, and I think some of you guys actually appreciate the comments, and I like the feedback that some of you guys have done. Thanks for all the subscribing and liking as well. Don't forget to like that as well. Let me know what you think about the 12 tables. I think it's going to be hit and miss for some people, but hopefully a lot of people can still handle can see all the action on 12 tables, and that's going to be a little bit tiny on some screens. But hopefully most of you guys got bigger mobile phones, but let me know how you go with that anyway. So, I was also thinking about dialing it down to, having 8 blue tables, which are the REG tables, and then just having the 1 green table in the middle. I think we could go down to 9 tables, and I think that could be all right. I can play around with it a bit. All right, so we're defending with 10-9. We're going to still defend quite tight. Out of position, I'm going to raise it with jacks. I don't like playing pocket pair out of position, especially medium pocket pair. All right, I'm going to check here. Not going to go too crazy. Let's have a look. Is he jamming with... Is he jamming? That's the question. What's he jamming with? What's he jamming with? Alright, I'm going to let it go. All right, Queen Jack doesn't get there. A lot of everything else does. We can easily get out of the way there. Anyway, let me know what you think with Jacks. Probably could have got out of, just calling behind, but we ended up going for a 4-bet. I think a lot of Ace King, maybe Pocket Queens does fold there. Some tight players do fold that situation as well. But being out of position, I like to raise there and just see where we're at. But not just to see where we're at, also to do it for value against someone who could be light betting us as well, because they could be calling behind, and then we could actually be good. And then on most flops, we're just trying to get the value in. All right, gotta raise this with trip sixes against a bad player too. Ace 10's going in. All right, gotta raise here. 10-7-2 has definitely missed a lot of people. All right, he's gonna call again. I think he could have a king. He might have king queen, so it can go quite big there. He's got king jack, so nice hand. I'm gonna raise there with ace 3 suited. Last session we only played 3 of the green tables, which I think did extremely well. Yeah, gonna raise. Gonna be a lot more active on some of these, especially in position, especially heads up as well. He raises here. Gonna fold. We're not in a position. We're out of position there. Also, the fact is, we need to actually have like at least over. It's got to be 10% of his raise. He's gonna raise here. Maybe we overvalued with 2 pair there. We turned it into a bluff there, which is a bit tricky. Okay. Hopefully everyone's going pretty well today. But yeah, we played the 3 tables last time, and then we played 9 tables of the blue, which I think did pretty well. But I'd still like to have... the reason why I like to have the 4 tables for the green, I think we need to play a lot more tables to get on the leaderboard for green, the Zoom tables. So that's the Russian cash tables. But yeah, so whenever someone raises us, especially out of position, we want to make sure that we're getting the right odds to make the call. He jams. It could be quite wide. We're going to call it. It's just a hero call. He's got a 10. It was just a hero call. I know there's 3 10s there, but with the jam, I don't know. It was one of those things where he either had everything or he had complete air. And this time he had, he had the nuts pretty much. Well, he had the nuts because he had another board like 7s and 6s paired. Sort of like the 10s, but go throw a bet in just so we can call behind and lose, hopefully. It is a scary board, but people are more likely just to call behind with the worst hand. And then they're going to raise us with a better hand. So we'll just get out of the way. So that's fine. Got a bet here. We hit the 7, but a lot of people will fold if they don't have an ace or a jack there. So there was a video saying that people underbet. They underbet those situations. So we're going to throw some of those bets in a bit more. Pocket 2s are gone. Trying to get 4s, but no luck. No dice. Alright, we need a jack with king queen. We get there, but it's good news, bad news. That flush is there, but it's too expensive for a weak ace. So we let go of that one. So that's fine. King 4's keeping in. We have to call. We can't raise. We're just going to get called by a flush if we raise. Alright, so that was a nice hand. Poker 4 is going to heal one more. Just to try and get that one more. If we get that 4, it's just a magic card. Alright, so King 4 is raising now because he got trips. Just the fact that, you know, they're going to call a lot more worse hands. They're going for a squeeze with King Jack, which is fine. King 5 is going for a steal. Also, you could probably argue, you know, with a king, you could sort of go with a blocker like 4-bet if we get 3-betted. Because a lot of people will 3-bet as a bluff against you in the dealer button. Alright, so the ace hits our range, but, you know, if he's got something, he's just going to call. He's just going to shove, and it's just one of those times where you just don't want to see that, and a lot of times they're going to fold in that situation. You just win an easy pot. But in this case, no, you know, ran into probably the top of their range. 2 pair that gets folded to. Got to be aware with aces here. Board paired up with 10s. King 8 folds. Probably could have argued the call there. Aces to go ahead. There could be plenty of queens in our guy's range. Can't be just scared of one hand of a 10. And you know what? If we're that scared of 10s, we just check behind. And he's got a queen. So we lost a little bit of value there, but nines are going in. Alright, so if he checks to us, nines are actually good there most of the time. I think I can call one. 10s look pretty good. I got to fold, but I can't really lean to the fact that the diamond's going to be good for us, even though we've only got a 9 though. It's one of those cases where you're going to be really wrong or really right. Alright, so I think the 10s aren't going to hold up here. I think he's got a king here. Alright, he's got a set. That is fine. Well, queen's going to go for a c-bet. Okay, ace king, what's going to happen there? Looks like it's going to be a bit of action. Typically, you should probably raise a bit bigger out of position. So you make people charge, you know, you charge people to play against you in position. Then I guess you can do the opposite and then bet smaller in position, hoping the people get trapped in position. Because it's a lot easier to get paid in position than it is out of position. Because people can use the knowledge of your playing. Alright, we've hit a pair with Queen 8. Need a gut shot here with Jack 10, but there's a flush draw out there as well. Sometimes we just don't go for the... For only 6 cents, we can actually make that call for pocket 8. Alright, 2 pair, got a better. Jack 10's missed. There is a question you could probably raise there, but you just really don't understand where that guy's at the moment. Someone with a high VPIP, you really don't understand what he's going to do, and you don't know if he's folding capabilities. All right, we did a 7 here. I think we should be fine. That's a nice one for 7-6. I'm going to raise with ace 10. So king 5 is probably where we're going to draw the line when it comes to opening up from the button. You know, when it's suited, king 2 suited is fine, but king 5 offsuit is probably where we're going to draw it. I'm going to fold here, but if you summon a little bit looser, we might have been able to play back and just jam. Pocket sevens. Really want to see a 7. I think you might have a weak ace there. Okay, very lucky there. Bit fishy for him. Pocket jacks are coming in. One with the C bet with ace jack, which is nice. Ace 4 is just going to fold there. We can't even go for a squeeze because someone 3-bet. I don't feel like 4-betting light out of position. Alright, King Queen got a raise quite heavy against the button. Really in the 9 for 10-8. Can go for a squeeze with ace 10 suited, but against under the gun, we should be aware that it might not work. Ace it's our range, beautiful. So instead of playing our hands, we're going to be playing our ranges. So that's it's probably a concept you guys should know if you don't know already. This hits our opponent, so there's 2 other people in the pot. I should not have bet this, but when you go for a squeeze, people do say that people overfold squeezes overfold squeeze C bets a lot. So it's always a good idea to throw the C bet in when you squeeze. Alright, gonna bet there with the flush. If we get raised on, probably gonna drop it. But then if people start playing back at you as well, you know, you could probably typically work out. You get a feel for it. If you play enough, you should get a feel with it. If they're gonna have, you know, if you could really feel if they've got no equity in their hand or they've got no hands. That, you know, people are just gonna shove and raise with absolutely air. And that's when you say, like, you know, their bets don't make any sense. So sometimes you can do those hero calls. Want to secretly get a king there, but not a king, another club. Oh, we need a king on the river now to get that straight, which we missed. Another thing too is if the pot's really cheap, but there's 2 other people in the hand though. So, but if the pot's really cheap, we could probably try and stab at the pot, but this is mediocre. So I think it's going to hit a lot of people's ranges. So throwing a bet there is just not going to be worth it. All right, we've hit 2 pair with 8-2, but we can definitely be, you know, have a week or 2 a week or 2 pair. Alright, need to hurry up a little bit here. I'm gonna fold. We could have went for a squeeze. I'm gonna isolate the fishy player in the cutoff. Alright, we can see bet this and hopefully win a flop. If he calls, we're in trouble. Probably should have bet the turn as well. But yeah, it's just such dry ball. It's still the same suit, so it's pretty dry unless he's hit the clubs, obviously. But it could have also hit a jack. But hitting a pair there is pretty hard with jack 3-2 or whatever it was. So I think throwing a C bet there wasn't the worst thing. He jams. Probably could have called there. Probably had to call. When you throw in The thing was, I actually shouldn't have actually four betted against such a player, a short stacker. But it probably won't matter. I think we're going to get our money back from him soon anyway. We're going to get it back from this guy anyway. 10-8. I'm going to c-bet this one, just trying to get a jack. Good ace king in the corner. Get a bet here. We've got a king. A lot of draws are starting to come out, so we have to defend the hand. Sometimes if you don't want to get thrown off a hand, you can just check behind, and that's probably fine as well. Just to keep the pot at a certain level. I just realised that your opponents can catch up with the free card. That's the price you pay sometimes. Alright, he doesn't have much behind him. I'm just going to raise him. And if he calls, so be it. Sometimes he could have a better hand. Sometimes he could have a hand like that. It's all fine. King's hit a range here with ace queen, but obviously he calls. Yeah, throw a c-bet in there with ace queen. Often there we'll have a king. If he's got a king, he's gonna call anyway. But I think a lot of times you just get a fold on the c-bet. And you know what? When you do have ace king and they get used to calling you and you fold on the turn, they're gonna be surprised when you go ahead and call. Or just shove them on the turn, make them, cry. But then sometimes, you got to do that, and they're gonna have a set. So every hand is different. I got two pair, flush draw, everything. Is there a straight out there? There's no straight. It's gonna be hard for him to have a set. He could have ace king. I don't put him on a set though. He's got a set of nines. If he's got a set of nines, he probably would have called already. He's got ace nine. All right, nice. It's probably the best hand we could have aimed for. Pocket twos, pretty good. All right, so we complete with ace 10. Beautiful. Get a call with such a cheap raise. Well, queen's going to raise. This is one of these hands where we could probably call, but hit a 5. Hit a 2, and we were laughing as well. It would have been interesting to see that one. I probably should have called, maybe. Like, it was definitely a bluff catcher to the... It's going to get some value off this guy. But he folds. And that's fine as well, because also there was clubs coming out. We hit the best club, though, but you never know. If he's got two other clubs, obviously he's got a flush, then we could be in deep trouble. I got two pair, got a bet it. It is a king. He raises and lets us know that he's got us beat, so that's fine. I got a bet here. Acts like we've got the clubs. A lot of people will fold if they don't have clubs, obviously. I'm going to call with ace jack. I'm not really happy with it. It's just the fact that we've got position. But obviously, no, we didn't get there. No help at all. We got King 10. Just gotta check King 10. Hit the flush in the corner. I'm gonna call with Ace 2. We can hit a 2. I'm gonna call King 10. Nice. Called a bluff. Missed it with Ace 10. Ace 2, unfortunately. Probably overcalled that one. Probably should have let go of that one. All right. We called here and then got the 3, which is nice. Shoves all in. Completely looks normal. Got 2 overs to his thing. Easy. You know, when you hit your card, it's going to look like you know what you're doing. Obviously, when you don't hit, it's going to be frustrating, obviously, but this ain't one of those. It's going to keep the pot quite low here. We had a lot of draws, but we missed them. All right, Ace King's going to bet. Ace 2 is no chance, so we're just going to let that one go. I'm going to fold King 2 there. I don't think we're going to hold up all that much. All right, got 8s. All right, 10's going to call behind. We're out of position, but we're just going to set mine there a lot. Check behind. Go for that diamond. Missed it. Could have probably argued to get the call. Ace 5, trying to get that 4. Gonna raise with 10. Jack, sorry. Gonna throw a bluff in with Ace 10. He seems pretty weak, so why not? Makes the call. Okay. A good call there, I guess, with pocket 5s. Happy to make the fold. Gonna go for the squeeze for King Queen. Go for the steal for Jack 6. Also, when things heat up and you got a few actions on the table, probably just focus on the ones that you're more likely going to hit. More likely going to win money from. Don't be afraid of time out of the ones that you've got no chance on. There's no pressure at all. You just get dropped out of that table. Small bet here. Looks like he's missed. If he checks to us, we're going to bet. I'm going to call one more here. It feels like he hasn't got anything. He's got aces. Wasn't a great way to play it, but he got there. Flush on the side. But we hit it. We hit the set, which is good, but we couldn't really bet there. Good 8s. Ace Jack gets the 4 bet light. Oh, sick. Makes you sick. But it happens. Everyone remembers the times where You lose them, but you don't remember the times that you win them. We definitely win those spots. We've also won hands that we're not supposed to have won as well. Either way is fine. Gonna check behind here just in case. I mean, there's going to be a lot of times where he's going to miss out on a lot of draws, and he's not going to pay us anything if he's missed. So throwing an extra bet there, it's just not going to be worth our while. We're only going to get called when we're beat. Well, king's up the top. Got throw the c-bet, there's queen. Three's going to call. Like I said, if their bets on the, the c-bets are cheap, they throw fishy bets at us. We're going to stay in the hand as long as we can and just try and give ourselves, as much chance. But now this is a big bet. It's 22 cents. So we'll just let it go. I'm going to set up as well. With Jack's head up. Probably willing to get it in. Going to go for the squeeze with Queen Jack, which looks nice. Going to a check. We're going to raise here and he's going to check to us and we'll get a free card. Most times though. Yeah, Jackson's just trying to get it all in. If he's got better than us, it's so be it. Alright, so we're going to raise here. Probably should have raised a little bit more. Get a call here 2-pair, but we could be beat. He's got a set. You wouldn't really think he's got a set of sixes in such a spot. Yeah, Jack's going to be good here most times. Every now and again you do get beat though, but we can't be upset about it. We still have 30% equity, so 1 out of 3 pretty much. Still got any diamond now, so it's actually a nice card for us. If the board pairs up, if the 7 or an ace hits, we're doing good too. Unfortunately, didn't get there, but it's not that bad. Gotta be happy getting it in with Jacks. He's got a hand like 5-4. He's gonna have a lot of trash in his hands as well. Okay, gotta open up a little bit. Got position, so I'm happy to call. He's like 3-bet, hopefully. Let's see if we can just get him off the hand, playing out of position. Nice. Already on the way of getting it back. King 5, bottom of our range. Some people probably don't even go that low. Alright, got a raise. We raised here with 9, so we're just gonna bet there as well. Just try and defend our hand. Gotta put a bit of pressure on him. Yeah, Ace Jack Queen hits our range. But actually our range is quite wide there. We've only got a 5 here. It's a bit of a hero call if we do call though. Everyone's getting a little bit frisky down here. Alright, needed 10 for Queen Jack. Gotta be careful with this with the table at the top left, and for the fact that he's gonna start playing against us eventually. Got 2 active cards with Queen Jack. Got a 36% equity, which is not too bad, but I'd rather be the other way around. Please give us any card that helps us. Alright, so win the hand. Beautiful. It's good to have active cards. Even though it looks really bad playing against Ace King. Good to get one back there. Got a backdoor flush. Did have some straight chances as well, but we'd rather have sent a 6. But then you got some reverse implied odds though, so just gonna drop it. Plus the king could have played as well if we hit it. All right, got a raise here. We've got a straight. He could also have a better hand than us, but we're gonna be a little bit ignorant. We've been bluffing a lot, and he should think that this is no different. So if he's got like pocket 9s or pocket 8s, he's good here. But yeah, he's just going to see us that we're bluffing a lot there. So he's going to call us down a lot wider. And, you know, troops ain't a great hand, isn't a great hand. It's probably good heads up, but it's not a great hand in general. But it does typically get run over a lot. Okay, we hit flush there, but didn't get much value out of it. All right, gonna go for a squeeze with 5-4. Gonna call here, trying to go for an 8. Got in the gut shot. This no one's gone. Got a gutter with 10-8. Ace checks there. So the squeeze worked with 5-4 suited, which was nice. Gonna throw a bet in there with 8-4. We do have an 8. Could be good there a lot of the times. There we go. Gets folded to, which is fine. Still trying to get this 8 in the top corner. A lot of backdoor flushes. Really wanted to see a heart, but we didn't see there with 8-3. Check behind for the free card. We could still be good here with ace jack. All right, so I'm going to call. It's a bit of a hero call. He's got a king. Not a really good player because the fact that he's going to have a lot of cards that run him down. So I don't think it was good that he didn't bet the flop. Or maybe he did. Maybe I'm an idiot. 1 cent. I folded 1 cent. But we missed everything. Yeah, he's good anyway. We're trying to get the flush. Okay, how much we got behind us? We got 45. I'm going to go for a squeeze for Jack 8 suited. He's our friend again up the top. We hit top pair, which is usually gold against someone heads up, pretty much. We could probably call him down pretty wide here and hopefully stacks us, but he could have a better king easily as well. Nice, nice. I wanted to see the 6. He could easily have king 9, king jack. But now we've got a bluff catcher. And there you go. Nice. He's going to get frustrated with us. And I did say I was going to get it back from him, so that was nice. King 10 didn't call. We're not deep enough stacked there. Going to bet a bit smaller on the turn with the set. And he's just going to think that we're weak. That's a nice hand. Little trick. Little trick is you don't have to bet. You know, you don't have to bet big on the turn, especially when it's already a lot's in the pot. And obviously we got played like that against us. So there was a hand just before, not too far long ago. I think it was actually the table on the right and the green, where I think our opponent didn't have. We thought our opponent didn't have much, and maybe he was like doing the same thing we did. But this time our opponent fell for it, where we didn't. trying to get a 10. Probably chasing a little bit too much, maybe. Gotta remember, let go if it's too expensive. He checks the turn. Gotta have a bit of fun with some bluffs. It actually worked that time. But yeah, definitely gonna have some fun with some bluffing. And just get used to it as well. No diamond, so it was good to see. Good to see the fold. Unfortunately, we missed everything here. Jack 5, I was thinking about throwing a bet, but we can't be too silly. Took a long time to call. I think we should be good there. Nice hand for kings. Gonna open it up. Gonna call here with 8-7, just because of the fact that so many people in the hand. Just think of the potential. Really need to get that 9. Probably would have rather a 4. Playing a bit of shit. Yeah, there we go. Missed here, unfortunately. Got 9s. Probably didn't bet big enough to get him off the hand. It's got a bet large here. Bit of people might not see the straight there. So that was a nice hand. I think min raising is not good enough though. Probably have to bit more pressure on. But yeah, we've got to be very careful because once you start delving into like bluffing and all that in such a spot, when you start tilting, you get to see things can get really ugly. Because people actually have, because sometimes if you tilt, you're not going to be tilting the same as what other people tilt. Because they might have more things in their game. So they might have more bluffs, more shoves. So then in your game, you're not used to bluffing too much. So you won't bluff off your entire stack where other people will know when to do it. But when they're tilting, they're going to be doing it. And it's going to look really nasty. But if it's not in your game, then it's probably not something you have to worry about too much. But there's going to be people out there that's just going to be start shoving out of frustration non-stop. Probably a little bit wide with Jack 5, but can I get a better game? We hit a Jack. Chance of a Queen might not be there. Let's see the fold. Jack 5 gets there. Alright, we'll take this as weakness and we're going to throw a bet in. Try and win the small pot. Every win is good. Ace could be actually good here. The board is paired up twice. He's got aces. So if I don't know. I think if you're going to play aces, that's not the way to do it. You're never going to get your entire stack in and you're just saying, look, please defeat me. That's pretty much what you're doing. mean, look at it this way. Our Jack 5 almost got the same amount of money as what those aces did. That's sad. They never play too scared. I mean, you get have bad sessions and you get wish you never played a hand because you're just going to keep losing. But never play aces never play aces quiet. If you play aces quiet, have a break from poker. Because all you're saying is, you know, allow everyone to be in the hand, and there's a higher chance people are going to run over you. You know, when you start 3-betting, 4-betting, you got to have hands like ace king. You dominate with aces. You got to, have kings, pocket queens. You got to have all the stuff that you want in the hand. But if you bet low, you got to have all these pocket fives, pocket sixes, pocket twos, and there's just the likelihood you to get a hit against a set. And then even worse, you do that and you go, oh, you can't even win against anyone, and you're just actually making it worse for yourself. So, like I said, if you ever find yourself slow playing aces, like I'm not saying if you're in a tournament, in a late tournament, and you're up against one player, and you're quite shallow stacked. You got 30 or something, 20 big blinds. I'm not talking that situation because there's certain like situations you probably can slow play. Probably could check here as well, but I'm gonna bet. Board's getting a little bit scary. The 3 was a good card for us. But unfortunately, you had 2 pair. Yeah, so unfortunately he gets there, but wasn't really wasn't really a bad hand, but we didn't really commit too much into it. Probably could have checked the turn. That's probably what we could have done there. Donk bets us, but we need a 10. Good to see our C bet worked up in the top left because we did have a straight draw, but could have been quite ugly for her. Right, we had a jack. Ooh, hit trips, but there is straights out there. So instead of raising, we would be doing a lot of calling. Keep dropping out of the table. They're going to be pissed. Little light 4-bet with King Jack. Trying to get a 10 here. If we get an 8, we're laughing. Unless, of course, he's got Ace King, and then we're just going to be crying the whole way. Gives us a free card in the river. Got some showdown value, so happy to check. We didn't need to try and force him off the hand. Probably what we should have done was the same way what we played that hand with what we did with Ace 10 before. See, betting worked with Ace Queen, nice. Short stacked here, so he's got a bet here, and if he's got it, he's got it. If he doesn't, should win a lot. He's going to be quite wide as well. I mean, short stackers, there's 2 categories, I guess. You've got the fish that just end up with any trash at all. And then you've got players that only just play premium type hands. So it's really sometimes hard to decipher because you don't have too many hands that you've played against them. Hands you can't make straights with, you probably should fold, especially out of position. Because you end up going to check fold a lot of times post flop. So there's something to keep in mind. So you should really have like a suit of connectors or at least a one gapper or a king suited type hand's okay, I guess, but still, like you'd want at least two decent cards that are a bit quite high. If you want overcards, but yeah, suited connectors, a sort of gapper, one gapper is fine as well. Just hoping he folds, just get another C bet in. Alright, get a barrel. It's a block. It's a sort of like it doesn't hurt. But if he's hit, he's gonna raise us. I think you could do a lot of folding there though. For 11 cents, we're calling. Alright, nice. That worked. Little steal. Got a gutter, but there's a lot of diamonds on there with the pocket sevens. Very dangerous. Got showdown value here. Is he throwing a bluff? Yeah. Going for a squeeze with king queen in the corner. Pocket tens entering. King queen out of position is going out. It's all happening at the moment. Ace king. It's all happening. It's all happening. A lot of value being thrown around out here. And queen gets there. Have to call. Jack 10 suited. Gotta check behind ace 10. Got a diamond. Got the straight. Beautiful. Check behind. Jack. Gonna throw a bet in. Oh, I actually didn't throw a bet in. Whoops. That was a waste. But he wasn't going to call anyway. Don't think he's going to pay fifth pair. Fifth pair. Yeah, ace king whiffed. So out of all those hands, we actually done pretty well. We didn't misstep anything though. Except for losing a bit of value, but I don't think he was never calling. He was never calling. And then we ended up getting value here as well. He ended up folding, so I'm going to enjoy all those hands that we just played then. And that's what I'll do. I'll just shut up and play for a little bit. When we're under a bit of heat, I'll just have to be quiet and run its course and keep us updated while in between there. But things are now quiet down a little bit. Sixes look okay in position, but you never know. Didn't throw too much in here. All right, pocket eights. Probably gonna see you. It's gonna be a case where we could probably have shoved there as well. He's only short stacked as well, so we probably could have shoved and been good there sometimes. Probably thinking about it now, probably could have shoved. We got it. We got a check raise. Hoping he bets there, but he doesn't. Grr. Hit the flush, but it's only a jack. You got a set of kings, that's gonna happen sometimes. Putting pressure on while we've got a hand, but this could be ugly really quick. Yeah. Just shoving. Wow. Didn't put him on got a little bit of hand with the two pair, just ever so just between you guys. I got a little bit out of hands, I think, with Queen 2. We probably could have folded. Or at least not thrown a bet in. It is what it is now. Got some backdoor flush tricks coming in, plus it, straight as well. Okay, we hit a queen also. He's got a bet here. He's going to raise us if he's better. It's probably the one hand we didn't want to see, but you know what? He's not going to have many hands that do beat us there. Like there's going to be a lot of flushes there, but most of the flushes raise us. But that's probably the only hand that actually just calls behind and wins. Check behind. Okay, the board pairs. I think we're calling. There you go. Nine should be good as well. Couple little hands. All right, got it with the queen. Really want to send on a club though. Queen of clubs would have been beautiful. Two pair, but flush comes out. Just gonna throw a bet in again. Queen does come out on the river. Grr. King 7 wins. Did they actually call though? Yeah, that's why you throw the bet in. Nice. Now you know I'm not just a freaking idiot. Although, maybe the votes are still in. The people are raising us. Two pair, but probably should check that one actually. We bet there because the fours are is nothing. Hit a straight with the queen. Okay, he's gonna try and he could have a book here. Queen eight. We got a queen as well. He shows because he probably thought we were on a queen as well. He's just trying to tease us. Go behind with jacks. Not a bad flop for jacks. If he checks, we're betting. Just remember, he just cold called, so we should be good here against. We're just worried about the early better. The ace is not what we wanted to see, though. I think we had him until the ace. Probably had ace king. Get a free card for the ace king, but it makes no difference. Nice C bet for ace jack comes in. Probably could have called there. Oh. Temple's gone. Queen 8 will open up. Fives will open up. King 5 suited will just we'll get in the pot. We got position. Gut shot. Back doors. Checks again, we'll get a bet and steal the pot hopefully. Probably throw in a bet here on the river. So we sold a story, but if he's got a hand, he's get a call. If he doesn't have a hand, he's folding. Hopefully he folds an ace. So we actually check raised and then bet there. So I think that was definitely well executed bluff. You at least have it make sense. Like, it looks like we've got a book or something there. And obviously he's gonna have absolutely nothing as well a lot of the times. Alright, I think we have to call. I'm not happy with it though if he's got a flush. No, he's got a book. Yeah, 4-3 is terrible. We got a straight though, but an eight's coming, an eight's there. Definitely got to ask questions there. Got to have a lot of reverse implied odds. So I think getting out of the way is probably best. Gonna call one more. Hopefully see a check here. It goes all in. I guess we're giving it a go. Against the maniac though, maybe we could have called. Probably could have called that one. He is quite crazy. So we can keep that in mind for next time. Hit the king, should be good. Ace Jack wins. It was just the last stab before we give up the hand, pretty much. Flush gets there with A7 anyway. Got backdoor strays, backdoor flushes, but doesn't look good now. Just hoping to get a 9, but didn't get there. Got aces. Call behind with 10s and set mine. Double gutter with queens. Just shoves all in. He's probably got kings. Queens, even worse. Alright, nice hand for aces. Lucky we cashed out. Alright, got the hearts. I've got the heart here. Got a raise with the ace. Get there on the turn anyway. Okay-ish flop for jacks. But if he's got pocket 9s or pocket 10s, you know he's in front. You're in trouble with jacks. Because the hands that you do beat, now he beats you. Alright, hit a book with 6s. Going for a squeeze with queen 8 suited. Right, the wife is now home, so I'm going to finish up the session, just eliminating all the distractions. So it's just a couple of things that we're going to change up, as you know, just as we're finishing up, just trying to change, just trying to change a couple of things like that. Trying to have one session a day during the week while working, and then try and play a little bit more on the weekend, a bit more fresh, hopefully. See what he's going to do. We'll do a lowish bet here, but he folds. Anyway, let's see how we go on. This could have went either way. I think we had a few hands we did get carried away. We had the queen 2 hand. But we had a lot of bluffs that worked. We had a lot of light 4 betting that worked. Squeezes worked. So it's not to be, this is to be expected. We got 78 now. So probably break even roughly. So anyway, so our C dollars were used. But yeah. Not too bad. We did get a few hands in today. Last week we actually did extremely well. Like we were at this stage, we were probably up about $25 or $30 through the week, so it was pretty good. Up to $1.64. So we're going to try and aim for only $10 now, since we're going to drop down from how much we're going to play. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.